What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And if you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and smash that notification bell because we are coming at you every single day with the hottest San Francisco 49ers content on all of YouTube. Today we have got a massive video for you guys, and I am telling you right now, if you are a 49ers fan, you need to sit down, grab your snacks, because this is the kind of off-season news that gets your blood pumping and your Super Bowl dreams alive and real. We are talking about a roster move that just went down. We are talking about 3 massive star targets that the front office has their eyes locked on. And we are talking about a San Francisco 49ers organization that is absolutely refusing to accept anything less than a Lombardi trophy. So let's get right into it. First things first, let's talk about the roster cut that just dropped and has the entire 49ers fan base buzzing. The San Francisco 49ers have officially released wide receiver Tay Martin from their roster. Now, for those of you who have been following the team closely, Tay Martin was brought in as a depth option, a developmental piece who showed flashes during preseason and practice sessions, but ultimately could not break through to secure a consistent role on this offense. And look, this is not a knock on Tay Martin as a player or as a person. The guy worked hard. He competed every single day. But when you are running an offense at the level the 49ers are running under Kyle Shanahan, you need absolute precision. You need guys who can execute the route tree flawlessly. And the competition at the wide receiver position is just simply at an elite level. The front office made this decision with purpose, and here's why that matters far more than the cut itself. When the San Francisco 49ers release a player at the wide receiver position, especially at this stage of the offseason, it tells you something very specific. It tells you that they are creating space, they are creating flexibility, and they are actively working to bring somebody in. You do not just cut a roster piece without having a plan and knowing how John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan operate. Trust me when I say there is absolutely a plan in place. Now let us talk about the elephant in the room, because the bigger story here is not the cut. The bigger story is the direction this team is heading, and the players they are reportedly targeting to push them over the top and finally get that Super Bowl ring that this fan base deserves. The 49ers have come so close over the last few years. They have been to the NFC Championship game multiple times. They have been to the Super Bowl, and every single time they have come up just short. That ends now. The front office knows it, the coaching staff knows it, and the players in that locker room know it. So let us get into these 3 star targets that San Francisco is reportedly zeroing in on. The first name you need to know about is a wide receiver with elite speed and the kind of yards after catch ability that would make this 49ers offense genuinely unstoppable. Now the 49ers receiving core has always been about versatility and intelligence within Shanahan's scheme, but adding a true burner, a guy who can take the top off a defense on any given play, changes the entire dynamic of what this offense can do. Defensive coordinators already lose sleep game planning against San Francisco because of the run game, because of the motion, because of the play action. But you add a receiver who can beat you deep with pure speed, and suddenly every single safety in the league has a new nightmare. Brandon Ayuk is a stud. Deebo Samuel, when healthy, is one of the most dynamic players in football. But depth and explosive talent at receiver is always something you can never have enough of, and the front office is well aware of that. The target they are eyeing fits perfectly into the age window, the contract flexibility, and the skill set that Shanahan demands from his receivers. The second target that the 49ers are reportedly keeping a very close eye on is along the defensive line, and this one makes complete sense when you look at the bigger picture. San Francisco's defense has always been built around creating pressure up front, disrupting the quarterback, and stopping the run before it gets started. Nick Bosa is one of the best pass rushers in the entire National Football League. Full stop. No debate. But depth along that defensive line, having a second and even third option who can rotate and maintain that pressure without the drop-off, that is what separates good defenses from championship defenses. The player they are targeting here has shown the ability to win one-on-one matchups consistently, which is exactly what Steve Wilks and this defensive coaching staff are going to demand. When you are making a Super Bowl push, you cannot rely on one guy to carry the entire pass rush, and bringing in another legitimate threat would give San Francisco arguably the most dangerous defensive front in the NFC. Imagine opposing offensive coordinators trying to account for Bosa on one side and a newly acquired elite rusher on the other side. It is genuinely unfair, and that is exactly the point. The third target is arguably the most intriguing of all three, and this one speaks directly to what the 49ers believe they need most to finish the job. San Francisco is reportedly looking at adding a veteran safety who brings not just athleticism, but also leadership, communication, and championship-level football IQ to the back end of this defense. Secondary play in today's NFL is everything. You can rush the passer all day long, but if your coverage breaks down in the secondary, quarterbacks will find a way to get the ball out and move the chains. A veteran safety who understands scheme, who can communicate pre-snap adjustments, who can be the quarterback of the defense from the back end, that changes everything for what DeMeco Ryans built here and what this new era of 49ers defense is trying to accomplish. The player they are targeting fits every single one of those criteria, and the fit with the existing pieces in San Francisco's secondary is genuinely seamless. This is not just a need-based signing. This would be a team-building move that takes this defense from very good to legitimately elite. Now let me give you guys some context about why all of this matters so much when you zoom out and look at the full picture. The San Francisco 49ers right now are operating in a very specific and very important window. You've got Brock Purdy playing at an incredibly high level, proving to everybody who doubted him that he is not just a system quarterback, but a legitimate franchise signal caller who can win big games and make the throws that need to be made when the moment is biggest. You've got Kyle Shanahan, who is widely considered one of the top 2 or 3 offensive minds in the entire National Football League. You've got John Lynch, who has built one of the most consistently competitive rosters in the league through smart drafting, smart free agency decisions, and an unwavering commitment to the culture that makes San Francisco such a coveted destination for free agents and players who want to win. The infrastructure is there. The talent is there. The coaching is there. What the front office is doing right now with these moves, with this cut, and with these 3 targets, is putting the finishing touches on what they believe is a championship-caliber roster. And here is the thing that fans sometimes overlook when they talk about off-season moves. Every single decision that gets made in the building at 4949 Centennial Boulevard in Santa Clara, every practice squad elevation, every roster cut, every free agent visit, every phone call to an agent, it is all connected. The 49ers do not make moves in isolation. They make moves as part of a larger strategy, and when you see a cut at wide receiver followed by reports of multiple high-profile targets, you are watching a chess match being played at the highest possible level. Lynch and Shanahan are not reacting to the off-season, they are dictating it, and that should make every single 49ers fan feel incredibly confident about where this team is heading. The Super Bowl window for San Francisco is wide open. The NFC is loaded with talented teams, no question about that. But the 49ers have the coaching advantage, they have the roster advantage, and they now appear to have the front office advantage in terms of how aggressively and how intelligently they are building this team. If they land even 2 of these 3 targets, this team becomes an absolute monster heading into the season. And I genuinely believe we are going to be watching San Francisco 49ers football in February for all the right reasons. That is going to do it for today's video, guys. If you made it to the end, drop a in the comments right now so I know you are locked in with the real ones. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. It genuinely helps the channel more than you know. Subscribe if you are new. We do this every single day for the best fan base in football. Until next time, it is always a great day to be a 49ers fan. Faithful to the end. See you in the next one.